What's going on, YouTube? That's It's Easy here with my boy Numpsy64.
Yo, yo,
Uh,
yo.
we've been out at a couple gun shows today, and we just wanted to do a video talking about our setups. We really haven't had a chance to do too much shooting rifles together just because of time and just the way life is right now. So we just want to talk about our setups and give the reasons why we set our rifles up the way we do. So, Numpsy 23, his is up top. My SBR is here on the bottom. They're both 11 and a half inch BCM. Numpsy 23's is a complete BCM rifle, and mine's is a, BCM 11 and a half inch with a Bushmaster lower. It does have a BCM trigger in it, and Numpsy, he'll tell you a little bit about his rifle and kind of go into the specs and why he sets his rifle up the way he does. So,
All right. First of all, we'll talk about. I guess we'll start off with the D-ball and light setup. I tend to have mine pushed a little bit to the rear, just because of the weight. It's not really that heavy, but you start putting a lot of things on a rifle. And especially pushing it up forward, it'll add weight to the front. So I like my weight to be kind of centered, to the rifle. Another reason is I do more of a competition grip, so my hand, well, my thumb, excuse me, my thumb would be coming over to the left side of the rifle when I'm gripping it, and that's another reason why I have the light on the right side of the rifle, and I also went with the M300. What is this? M300, I think it is.
yeah,
Surefire
Mini Scout.
Mini Scout, because it's lighter. I was running a Surefire X300, and I was like, well, shoot, might as well go ahead and get a Mini Scout, and I used X300 on my pistol, whichever pistol I choose to, and shoot, what else? Muzzle brake. I tend to use muzzle brakes a whole lot more than any other device. Plan on getting a suppressor real soon. Not a Surefire suppressor. I'm just using this one for now. I can't find a damn AAC brakes anywhere. Well, I've actually found it, but haven't gotten around to ordering it. But I plan on getting AAC M4 2000 suppressor real soon.
And if you look close, if you notice, one thing I've changed on my rifle is I was running the Battle Comp. And I stated earlier in a different video that I wanted to eventually suppress this rifle, and I had to make some changes to do that. I had an 11-inch Troy rail on here, and what I did was I got a 10-inch Midwest Industries rail, and once I get into my rifle I'll show you guys that. But you can kind of see they're both dual port. The Surefire brake tends to be a little bit larger than the AAC. The Surefire also has 2 ports on top, while the AAC is just a flat top. So there's no ports on top, you just have your dual ports on the side. One thing that I did notice after shooting both rifles, the AAC brake has just a little bit more recoil because there's a little less bleed off at the top, I believe. And the Surefire is just a flat shooter, and you have just a little bit more recoil with the AAC, but nothing bad.
Ports are a little bit large on the Surefire brakes. As you can see, I can almost put my finger completely through the largest port, while on the AAC I can't even fit it all the way through at all. So that could be another reason why the recoil is so mild on mine.
But anything else you want to talk about, brother?
Oh yeah, well shoot. Got the RSA mount on this side. I couldn't put it forward on here because it would interfere with the switch with the D-ball, and it would also interfere with how I grip it, due to how it's angled. I can't angle it upwards either, because if I had it in the front angled up, again, it will interfere with the pressure pad and with my sights.
And you notice how I know it may be a little tough to see, guys, because of the lighting, so I apologize. But if you look at this rifle, you can see how the pressure pad, how he has his pressure pad set up. He's got an SR07 switch, and he's also running the standard pressure switch for the D-ball system. On mine, I've kind of switched it up just recently, and I went with the and hopefully it's not too hard to see, the SRD IT switch, which is it has the dual controls, so it'll work both the laser and the mini scout. Um, and once again, I'll explain that once I talk about my rifle. But we're just kind of showing you some of the comparisons. We'll also talk about the reasons why we set these rifles up the way we did, and there is a reason for it. But just wanting to show you guys the rifles together. So
right. Also, like I said, datzitteezy said, pressure switch for my light is right here. I'm kind of leaning towards the same switch he's getting, but it'll be kind of weird because since my D-ball's on the rear, if I get the switch for the same switch he gets and puts it right here, it could interfere. Well, it will interfere when I activate the laser, since it's a double pressure switch pad that he has, and if I put it on here, my hand, since I do the competition grip, will get in the way. So that's one difference between the setup that we both have. How his is kind of superior than mine, but it's just like I said, it's personal preference.
Yeah, it's just a personal preference thing. We used to set our rifles up almost exactly the same, and slowly but surely we kind of figured out what works best for us. So something that will work for me may not necessarily work for him,
right?
And then vice versa. So you can kind of see that in our rifles, how the setups are very close, but at the same time there are some differences in them.
Right. And shoot, I guess that's about it. I mean,
yeah.
So.
And really, it's sticking to the front of the gun near the muzzle is where we have a lot of our differences. You notice that Numpsy runs the standard mount for his mini scout, and I think at some point in time he may change that.
Right.
And that's a great mount. It works fine. And I've kind of gone with the gear sector offset mount, and that's just to run a slightly slimmer profile. And I just find I like that a little bit better than having the light at the 3 o'clock position. So that's pretty much how I run my light all the time now. As far as my D-ball, I like the added weight out front, and it will also work for me if I ran it to the rear right under the aim point. But with the with running on that setup, for instance, if something happens to the wire, I can reach up with my thumb and use the pressure pad on the D-ball. So it works for me. On the other side here, like I said, I've got the switch, and you can see how I have it configured so that instead of running it on top, my hand is right here with the switch. The back pressure pad is for the laser, and the front pressure pad is for the flashlight. You only get the momentary with the flashlight. With the SR07, you have a constant on button with a very, very stiff feel.
And you also hear
a distinctive click. Yeah, and you get that constant on. Well, you don't. That's one feature I lost when I got. I still have my SR07, but I didn't like having all the pressure pads situated on the gun, so I decided to go with that. And that's just one thing, another difference that me and Numpsy kind of have in our rifles. He also does not run the bad lever. I do run the bad lever, and
it's a specific reason why I don't run it.
Yeah, there's a story behind it why he doesn't run it.
The last competition I did, I ran out of ammo, and somehow, I don't know how the hell it happened, I guess it was my trigger finger. I had it stationed after I ran out of ammo. I was reloading, had my finger here, and I guess I kind of overextended and made my finger kind of bend, and it hit the bad lever and closed the bolt. So I had to reload, dump the mag, put a fresh mag in, and charge it with the charger handle, which is a pain in the butt. So I mean, that's why I don't run it anymore. So I've been practicing a whole lot more without the bad lever and just using the paddle on the left side of it.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with running the bad lever. It's worked great for me. I've never experienced the same problem he did. That's not to say that I won't, but up until now, I love the bad lever. And last but not least, guys, I want to take up all your time, but we'll go to the stocks. Numpsy runs a CTR. He's going to be changing this out. I got him I got them hooked on the STR, which I just put on here today, and I'm falling in love with it. The STR stock with the cheek weld makes a big difference in how I can cheek the weapon. It goes into the same spot every time. I'm a little bit larger than Numpsy, so running a profile this small kind of messes with me a little bit, where I don't run a complete competition grip. I kind of run a thumbs up style grip, just because my hands are so large,
Yeah.
and my arms are so long. But that's about it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. We finally got the SBRs together, and we hope to be getting out and doing some shooting and getting some video of that pretty soon. But it's just kind of a video to show you guys the setup. If you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it below. Also, we want to plug, if you're in the North Carolina area near Charlotte, we want you to take a look at these guys if you're wanting to get into some good training. Solo Defense Training Group. You can look them up on Facebook. They've got a giveaway going right now once they get to 500 likes. The two trainers are Alan Galen and Aaron Brumley. These guys are great instructors, and they're an upcoming company, so they'll travel. If you got the range, they'll come see you. So give a look at Solo Defense. Check them out on Facebook. I'm pretty sure Numpsy will plug them. He'll put them in the description box so you guys can go check them out on Facebook and see what they're doing. But that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll get at you guys later. Peace.
Peace.